Yeah, thank you. Obviously there are basically issues around collection or administration by state, though like Mukhtar said that there are technicalities with state administering and collecting VAT. To a large extent, when we look at it, we discover that FRS as it were has actually tried to as leverage on a robust system that they have built over the years. However, some states like Lagos State, Rivers State, and some other states are also they are well positioned in terms of having the technicalities and the facilities to actually administer and collect.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Lagos State is no slouch itself when it comes to these matters of red tax revenue.
Exactly.
They've been at it for quite a while.
Exactly. Though there could be challenges, of course, around administration. Fine, because when you look at when VAT came on board from 1993 to date, you discover that the Apex Tax Authority would have done well in terms of administration and collection. But the major issue around, or reasons why state felt they needed to act and to be the one collecting, is one around the sharing formula, 15 to federal, 50 to state, and 30 to local government. They felt that they ought to have gotten larger share compared to what is existing. So that is one. Then another one is states believe that if they could actually be in charge, then what they will be collecting, there will be an improvement to it. And don't forget, despite the fact that we are praising FRS that they have done wonderfully well in terms of collection, there are still a large of people that are not within the VAT tax net. A lot. Most importantly, individuals, enterprises, and you think partnership.
You think the states will be better positioned?
Yes, because for the state, most of these persons that are outside the tax net for VAT are already within the tax net of the state, coming to look at it from the angle of personal income tax. So most of these enterprises, business ventures, partnership, and what have you, they are already within the state tax net in terms of personal income tax administration. So if states are to take over value-added tax, they already have the database of some of these persons who are not within the curfew, within the purview of FRS.
But how about the complication that Mukhtar pointed out, that, look, there are some revenues, some taxation revenues that are the exclusive preserve of the federal government. So when you discount all of these things, at the end of the day, the states might not be making as much as we, the uninitiated, so to speak, seem to think would now be coming to the states.
Yes, to an extent, we might be right. But when we look at it holistically, we discover that some states are likely to be performing better. Okay. Now, when you look at the analysis that has been drawn or released over the period, you discover that collection from state were based on FRS report, or were based on collection from FRS offices across the various states. There are cases where we have industries in Ogun State. In Ogun State, their tax office is in Oyo State. Now, if we have a report that is telling us that XY amount was generated from Oyo State, we have forgotten, or we have not taken cognizance of the fact that some figure from what has been captured under Oyo State belongs to Ogun State. That is that. Now, if state should go ahead, if at the end maybe we have amendment to the Constitution, or we actually have a Supreme Court ruling that is in favor of the state, if state should go ahead with administration and collection of VAT, one of the inherent challenges is this, impute VAT. Now, because there will definitely be cases where importation, of course, importation will pass through most of those functional borders, or the points of entry. Now, there will be VAT at those points. And when we have VAT, there will definitely be those are input VAT, and there may be issues around where or how to report those input VAT at the point of netting off with output VAT. When I'm operating in Ogun State, I've actually imported items from Apapa Port, and I've paid VAT. Now, who do I pay VAT to? If this case is not decided properly, then we might end up paying VAT to federal taking charge of the port, then based on Lagos State VAT law, it also requires that VAT should be paid before clearing. So that might amount to double taxation. Let's even leave that.
Okay.
Now, if we pay VAT at the point of entry, if Lagos is laying claim to that VAT, now for you as a manufacturer or as a businessman, in the location where you are, you will definitely report it as your input VAT. Now, if the sales you have made in your particular state or location is more than the input VAT you have suffered from the places where those materials came from, then automatically you end up having more input compared to output. So in such state, you might not have any output VAT to pay. You definitely be having credits that will be rolling over the period.